Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Keenan. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Keenum. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, there's a 42-yard line.
I got you.
First down, a run with Cohen. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the Raiders' 47-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Keenum. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And now they'll throw with Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pick your game up. Hey, Orbit.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Keenum. And the Raiders have got him. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Keenum. Caught out left side by Robinson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
59, 59. Here it comes. 93. Mike 59, Mike 59. Get down. That's it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, he had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr, he's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield, here's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second and goal, Keenum. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. On second down, Peterson. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Keenum now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, 53, 55. Hey, team 6.
Well, I think a free play here for Keenum. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Markel Lee in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's got Miller. 25 yards that time. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From just shy of midfield, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr over the middle here to Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes the thing.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bears draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
694.
From the gun, it's Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 44, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Keenum. And he'll find Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Keenum now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 22.
Now Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Now, you ready? 58, come on. Hey, let's get that hard. 637. 58, right over there. Yes, sir. 58,
Shotgun now for Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They try again with Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit! Watch the shit!
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to it, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. From his linebacker's spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. To throw is Keenum. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. The point after is good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
To throw, it's Carr. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here goes the high. My queen. Do these traps. Let's go.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big hold of the 30, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Keenum to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Daniel Carlson
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Off-play action. Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. 39 yards there. A big one.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. He's back to throw. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Mike down. 180. Two times.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.